Thanks for the session, Cole. Thanks so much. It was amazing. Firstly, who are you? Who are you? Tell us who you are!
You can't ask anyone who they are. I'm still alive, I'm still living, so that means I'm still learning and trying to figure out who I am. Of course, yoga is helping me on that path to discovering who I actually am, but at the moment, I'm a person who's trying to transcend myself each and every day.
Okay.
Because who I am today is not who I'm going to be tomorrow, for sure.
Okay.
Especially, that's what I like about yoga as much, because it always shows me how I'm changing and what I need to do in order to change what is lacking in my life or what I already have. That's what yoga does for me. So it helps me to see who I am, but I still don't know.
Okay. No, for sure. I think we all trying to figure that out. I want to ask you a simple question, but what are some of the things that yoga is good for?
That is good for.
Yeah, what is good for?
Oh, I can start with the generic answer to that.
Yeah.
The world we live in today is really cutthroat and busy, and you know that our bodies are always between two states, which is relaxation and fight or flight. When your adrenaline is pumping and that's the state that you're.
So are you saying those are the only two states that the body generally is in?
Generally, that's
Okay.
how your body is.
Okay.
You're in a rest phase when you are digesting your food or just relaxing, and then just say you need to do something or. Wait, let me take it back. Let me take it back to when we were living in the jungle.
Yeah.
We either needed to digest our food or heal ourselves and nourish ourselves, or we needed to escape some danger. And the fight or flight response is what helps us to get away from those dangers. But in the stressful world that we live in today, our bodies are more and more in that fight or flight state. And yoga helps us to just even for an hour to bring ourselves out of that state to this relaxation phase where we can finally start to get more oxygen in the body, get the blood pumping better, start digesting food. It helps with your digestion because when you're stressed, you actually your body starts bringing blood and nutrients to the parts of your body that need it. So maybe the legs so that you can run, to the brain so that you can figure out what you need to do in order to escape a certain situation. I'm just talking in terms of prehistoric times.
Yeah.
But now it takes away all the functions like digestion and all of these things. And that's why with yoga it helps you just to slow down a little bit. And that's one of the benefits I think that's really good because of yoga.
Yeah. I think a lot of us all know what we see on TV, the focus yourself, recentering yourself, and all that. And you just explained very nicely what it's good for, and the deeper things that it gets into. Do you also think? Do you think along the lines is the different chakras? I don't know how many because it's forever changing. We've got the different chakras and we need to balance those chakras.
Yeah.
Explain that a little bit.
Okay, so
but I know it can get too deep and it can get lengthy. Just simple for someone who's maybe thinking about starting to do yoga. What are those chakras? What is a chakra?
What is a chakra?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with what is a chakra. A chakra is if you want to picture it as a picture, it's a spinning ball of energy.
Okay.
And there are many in the body, but there's 7 main chakras that's the agreed upon standard.
Okay.
7.
Yes.
And the chakras all the main ones line up along the spine, and the 7th one is actually above your head.
Yes,
that's a chakra that's many people will never reach. Maybe some guru who's living in the mountains of Tibet, maybe he's gotten it. But usually in our day-to-day lives, we're living in the 3 base chakras, which is, I can only draw like a picture. The one is in the bottom, and I forget the names. And there's one in the belly and also in the heart. The chakras, in order to balance your chakras, you can do yoga. And each different posture has a certain chakra that it stimulates.
Oh, okay.
So what happens with the chakras, if one chakra is too overactive, so say it's too strong, that's also not good.
Yeah.
And if it's too weak, that's also not good, because in yoga we're always trying to find balance.
Yeah, we're trying to
so
find balance.
Let's just say my base chakra, which is right at the bottom, is overactive. That chakra is responsible for things like the reproductive organs, your sexual nature. It's like the root of a human being, your most primal states.
Give us an example of a stretch or pose that's active.
Most standing postures stimulate the base chakra. So triangle pose, warrior 1, warrior 2.
Okay.
Most standing postures.
Yeah.
All right. The posture I'm sitting in now is stimulating my base chakra because the heel of my foot is actually pressed against my mula bandha. Okay, that's something different. But anyways, so we try to find balance within the chakras. So if you find that you're a person who's always worried about day-to-day life, like, how am I going to survive today? How am I going to survive tomorrow? It means that your base chakra is weak. So, and then there's people who don't ever worry about that, but their chakra can also be weak because they're not stimulating it, they're not even conscious of it. Maybe they're living in a chakra that's higher, but their chakras at the bottom are too weak to sustain an overactive chakra above. It's like building a house on a weak foundation. So we try to build up your chakras from the bottom, balance the bottom, then the next, then the next, then the next, then the next. Yeah. That's a very wayward explanation, but
no, it helps.
That's as much as I can say. There's a chakra in the throat, which if it's overactive, that means that you might be a person who can actually sway people's opinions, and you might be a politician. A politician might have an overactive throat chakra because he's good at speaking, but he's using it for for his own benefit. And then there's also like a guru or a religious person, a priest, has a throat chakra which is balanced because he uses it and he knows the ability of his speech and the kind of power it has over people. Yeah. People with an overactive or a weak heart chakra, they have very low self-esteem. Person whose chakra in the heart is overactive, this person who doesn't care about themselves, they're always worried about everybody else, but they also forget about their own well-being. So you're always trying to find balance.
Okay, that's a very good explanation.
Those are just some shallow explanations.
Yeah, but it really does help me understand, and I'm sure it will help everybody else understand. Should the beginning of where it does
the surface.
Yeah, the surface, which is kind of what we're speaking about. And I think it's like this yoga session that we did now. I could actually feel myself getting into a state where I was more calm and more relaxed. And you've explained in general how the yoga is good for you and whatever, but I want to know, maybe it's because I know you personally, but I want to know what specifically has it done in you for your life, or if not for, in your life. In your life specifically. Maybe we're getting a little deep.
It doesn't matter. I'm not afraid to get deep. For me, yoga has, as you heard when I was teaching, I was talking about raising your awareness, becoming aware of yourself. And that's something that I was never really aware of. I used to think, I know myself. I know exactly how I feel. I know how I am on the inside, but I never really did. And that caused a lot of issues for me, as you know, like issues with substance abuse and all this kind of stuff. So what yoga has done for me is really raised my awareness of how I am actually feeling at any given point in time. So it's really helped me be in the present. And I'll just take it back to, because what I teach is Hatha Yoga, and it's the physical side of yoga that I'm teaching.
Oh, okay.
So the example I'll give is physical. When you doing a yoga session, and just say you come into the class and you're thinking about, I have to go, after this class I have to go and pay my bills. You know, and you're trying to stay in plank position, but you're thinking about your bills. The plank position is going to feel very, very strenuous for you. But when you actually bring your mind into the posture and the moment that you're in, which is the plank position, and you think about where are your arms supposed to be, what your breath is supposed to be doing, where your feet are positioned, is your spine straight, are your hips tucked forward, is your eyes in the exact spot which is prescribed for that certain posture. There's no time to be thinking about any other thing. So you're really bringing all of your awareness towards yourself, and that brings you close. That's brought me closer towards me than I've ever been before, because I really have to understand what my body is doing. And there's times when you can hear each and every single muscle moving, and on the exhale, you know, you're so aware of how you're breathing, or maybe it's strenuous and you can hear it in your breath as you're going down. Or when it's easy, the breath is really long, you know? And this is how yoga's helped me to really be in a certain moment. And this is how you make it through. This is how you make it through a class. When I was learning yoga, we used to do 3-hour yoga session. And I would wake up and think, how am I going to make it through? How am I going to make it through this day? You know what I'm saying? You wake up, how am I going to make it through this day? You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean.
But when you take each thing as it comes, or each position as it comes, I'm not thinking about the last position, because I know the last position is going to be really tiring. That's going to come anyway. So let me just worry about the position I'm in now. And that, when it translates into my every single day life, it eliminates a whole bunch of problems that never even come into being.
Anyway,
in any case, and this is what yoga has done for me. I wake up in the morning and maybe there's a problem that's waiting for me at 3 o'clock, but I just look at what's in front of me now. Let me eat my breakfast. Let me brush my teeth. Each thing as it comes. You can't affect change on something that you have no control over.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. What really resonated with me now is how you said it helped you to be in the moment. Because I think in life, as you said, in our strenuous daily life that we're going through at the moment, we always worried about the past, like you just said, the future, and I'm just reiterating that so people know. We always worried about what's going to happen. But I think when you're really in the moment, that the universe or God or a higher being, whoever we pray to or whatnot, for me it's Jesus Christ. I think that He's manifesting Himself in the moment, and I believe every moment is an opportunity for you to do magical things because it's in the now, you know. And that's the amazing thing that resonated with me when you just said now, be in the moment. It's almost even like being hypnotized to be like, boom, you're in this state where you are feeling that you are completely in the moment, you know. So those are some of the thoughts that came up to me now when you said like be in the moment. So that's very good, and I can feel where you're coming from, and I really hope that the people at home can also understand how good it is for you and stuff. So as we come into a close, tell us what's next for you. Because you at the moment you're based in the Philippines. You're busy there and whatever.
Like I said, just trying to get better and better each and every single day.
Okay.
Getting closer to that part of me that's gonna also bring me closer to my higher power, which is also God, you know.
Yeah.
So that's also one thing that I'd like to illustrate about yoga. It's sometimes mistaken that yes, because it's originated in India, it's a Hindu practice, which is incorrect. Yoga is an a-religious practice. So whatever your belief is, yoga can actually help you to be more clear-minded, and it can help you in your own spiritual practice. Yeah, because it helps you to clear your mind and eliminate any kind of blockages or any negative thoughts that might be holding you back. You know how sometimes it's hard to pray because your mind is busy. Yeah, so then I will do just 15 minutes of yoga, and then I feel really clear-minded, and then you can meditate on whatever it is that you need to meditate on.
Okay. That's amazing. Carl, thanks so much for your time.
Sure.
You're amazing. He's a good friend of mine, my best friend.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
We've come a long way together. You are going to be seeing so much more of Carl and me, and we've gotten some other people here. This is obviously Co-eXist. Must I look in the mirror?
Yeah, do that.
This is Co-eXist.
Right.
Co-eXist culture. We've got tons of more videos to bring. Lots more people that we'll be interviewing. We are at the moment at Live to Dance Studio in Germiston, where I'm at, where my business is at, where I'm working. I work with a wonderful, awesome person, Sasha Lee Herbs, and we'll be doing an interview with her soon. It is coming up, so stay tuned. Just tag along for this wonderful journey. I'm so excited for this wonderful journey. Subscribe and put notifications on. This is going to be an awesome journey, so tag along. We'd really love to comment, tell us what you think we should change, what we should do better, what's working. Please let us know. Thanks so much. Thank you to everybody who even did the yoga class. It was amazing. Thanks again, Carl, once again.
Namaste.
Woo! Chakra! That was sick.